ladies and gentlemen, in my today's speech, I'm going to be talking about two things. First of all, about how we accept nowadays suicide and why we just close our eyes towards that subject and how the system will change. And secondly, about what does the quality of life mean for people in general, and why should we have this right to choose whether should end our lives or not. But first of all, what do we propose? We propose a last will pill, a pill that will be given to that patient who needs it, and if he considers that it is prepared to die, he will take that pill and die in a few seconds. Now, first of all, let's talk about having this right to choose whether you should die or not. I believe that in our today's society, people have this desire for a better life, for the best and ideal kind of life. But what we see is that a good life is also related to the quality of it. And when a person in general doesn't have the life that he has been dreaming of, he usually makes the kind of efforts that he needs to do in order to reach that point. But if he doesn't, if he can't do that, he will probably think of this option, of the option of ending his life and maybe, I don't know, starting a new one. Now, believe that when you have arrived this fundamental right to a life, first of all, you haven't choose that. But what we believe in today's debate is that when you have arrived, you have this right comes with the choice as well. For example, you have the right to speech, but that does not remove your right to, and your option to remain silent. You have the right to vote, which brings with it the right to just stay, just to abstain. So those are the kind of independent relations between rights that you that you choose to do or not. So in this situation, we believe that each and every person who has this fundamental right to a life should have this choice to end it when he believes it is the time. Now, believe that this kind of decision is not an easy one. People think very much about ending their lives. It's not a choice that you make in one day. It's a choice that you will probably do after years of thinking. Now, believe that people, when they choose to do this, when they decide to just end their lives, make a very rational and very justified decision. When their quality of life that doesn't reach their ideals, probably we should let them end their lives in order to not not just carry that kind of lifestyle that they don't fit in. Now, let's talk about people who are in terminal diseases, who have cancer, for example, who even if take those kind of pills that cut their hurts. We believe that people in general are being affected on a mental level. Even if on a physical level you don't feel that pain anymore, even if you take pills all over again, that person feels that their lives are so unmeaningful. The belief that meaningful life is completed. Now, this belief should have this right to cut your life. When you feel that your meaningful life has ended and is completed, you should have this right to choose for yourself and kill yourself. When those people have terminal diseases, they don't carry their pain themselves, but others do as well. And if we were to be in this position as a person who who has cancer in terminal period believe that as a person like this, I'm so affected, and I feel that I am a burden for the others, and my life is only a burden for the others who just wait for me to die. Now, let's talk about how we accept suicide nowadays, because realistically talking, people accept suicide and it's happening, it's a phenomenon. People choose to kill themselves. What we don't want to accept, and we just close our eyes towards this situation. But believe that in our today's society, people um, usually or most of the times fail in suicide, and those are the kind of problems that we believe we should repair with this system, with legalizing it, with making a system which makes this phenomenon more normal without any burden, like looking at the means of which those people who commit suicide do when they want to do that, like hanging themselves, cutting their veins, like I don't know, drowning themselves. There's not the kind of actions which are more painful than a pill that you could take if this emotion will stand. And we believe that at the end of the day, by having this system, people will not just make actions that, I don't know, will fail, will probably regret after it. And at the end of the day, believe that we should have this right to choose whether we want to live more or we would like to cut our lives, to just end our meaningful life, because we believe that it has reached a point in which it is completed. So, what have I shown to you today? First of all, that for most people, the quality of life is so related to good life. And if you don't have that ideal and you don't reach that point in your life is such a burden for you. Secondly, that people in terminal diseases feel like doing that. We should let them do that, because it is not just a physical pain, but it is as well a mentally one, a burden for the others. And thirdly, how we could change the system in which people suicide by cruel means when they fail in doing that, and that system is not good for our today's society. For all those reasons, I beg you to propose.